Imagine waking up one morning in the place you've always called home, only to realize it's slowly falling apart, economically, socially, or even environmentally. What if the province you cherish, filled with memories and livelihoods, was on the verge of collapse? By 2025, several provinces in the Philippines are predicted to face devastating crises that could reshape the lives of millions. But which areas are in the greatest danger, and why is this happening now? In this video, we'll uncover the top 10 Philippine provinces at risk, from destructive natural disasters and crumbling infrastructures to economic struggles and mass migrations. Some of these places might seem obvious, but the final province on this list will leave you stunned. Before we begin, if you're passionate about staying informed on pressing global issues, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's dive into the provinces that are facing an uncertain future. Number 10, Leyte has faced countless disasters, but 2025 could be its most challenging year yet. Famous for its resilience. After the devastation of Typhoon Haiyan in 2013, the province is once again at the mercy of nature's fury. Forecasts suggest Leyte will be among the worst hit areas by super typhoons next year, with rising sea levels threatening to swallow entire coastal communities. Agriculture, the heart of Leyte's economy, is in serious danger. Essential crops like rice and coconut, which support both local farmers and export revenues, are struggling due to unpredictable weather. Farmers, already drowning in debt, are now facing staggering losses. Meanwhile, infrastructure, particularly in Tacloban City, is rapidly deteriorating due to unplanned urban expansion and weak disaster preparedness. Experts are urging the government to take immediate action, but will it be enough? Residents are being advised to leave high-risk zones, yet many have nowhere else to turn. Leyte's crisis is a harsh reminder of what happens when climate change collides with years of systemic neglect. Number 9, Maguindanao Del Norte. A province born from recent political restructuring is facing overwhelming challenges that could push it to the brink of collapse by 2025. The local government is struggling to establish order in a region long plagued by poverty and conflict. Security remains a major concern, with ongoing violence and clan disputes disrupting daily life, scaring away potential investors, and leaving the economy heavily dependent on limited government aid and small-scale farming. Making matters worse, the province suffers from severely underdeveloped infrastructure. Crumbling roads, inadequate schools, and poorly equipped healthcare facilities trap residents in a relentless cycle of hardship. Adding to the crisis, a looming food shortage threatens the region as agricultural lands are being abandoned due to ongoing conflict and frequent natural disasters. Without urgent action, Maguindanao Del Norte could soon become a disaster zone, both economically and humanitarianly. If immediate solutions aren't put in place, the province may face a future of deepening poverty and mass displacement, leaving thousands with nowhere to turn. Number 8, Pampanga. A province celebrated for its rich culture and economic growth is facing a hidden crisis that could have devastating consequences: land subsidence. Decades of excessive groundwater extraction for agriculture and industry are causing the land to gradually sink, particularly in critical areas like San Fernando and Angeles City. This problem is made worse by rapid urban expansion, with malls, residential subdivisions, and factories springing up unchecked. While these developments drive short-term economic gains, they are also placing immense pressure on the province's already strained natural resources. Adding to the crisis, Pampanga is increasingly vulnerable to severe flooding due to its proximity to rivers and dams, making the situation even more precarious. The big question remains: can Pampanga find innovative solutions to reverse this downward spiral? Or is it on the path to becoming a cautionary tale for other rapidly developing provinces? Action is needed immediately, but with time slipping away, residents and policymakers must move fast before the damage becomes irreversible. Number 7, Batanes. Often hailed as the jewel of the Philippines for its stunning landscapes and deep cultural heritage, is now facing a crisis that could reshape its future: climate change. Known for its rolling green hills and the unwavering resilience of the Ivatan people, this remote province is battling an enemy beyond its control. Positioned at the northernmost edge of the country, Batanes is directly in the path of increasingly powerful typhoons. Each year, these storms grow fiercer, eroding coastlines, devastating farmlands, and destroying the province's iconic Ivatan-style homes. Adding to the crisis, rising sea levels are threatening to swallow portions of this island paradise. Infrastructure remains another major challenge. With limited connectivity and outdated facilities, delivering aid during disasters is an uphill battle. While the Ivatan people have endured countless hardships, experts warn that even their legendary resilience may not be enough. Without urgent intervention, Batanes risks becoming one of the first provinces in the Philippines to fall victim to the relentless impacts of climate change. Number 6, Sulu. A province steeped in history and home to the breathtaking Tubataha reefs, is teetering on the edge of collapse as it battles worsening social, political, and environmental crises. Though instability has plagued this region for years, 2025 could mark its most challenging period yet. The most pressing issue is security. Armed conflicts and piracy in Sulu's waters continue to drive away tourism and disrupt trade, two vital sources of income for the province. This ongoing turmoil fuels a relentless cycle of poverty and stagnation, making it nearly impossible for the region to progress. Beyond security concerns, Sulu's rich marine biodiversity, hailed as a global treasure, is at risk. Illegal fishing and coral reef destruction are wreaking havoc on its fragile ecosystem. Climate change is only making matters worse, with rising sea temperatures and ocean acidification further damaging marine life and threatening the livelihoods of local fishing communities. If Sulu's reefs disappear, the consequences won't just be felt locally. It will be an environmental catastrophe with worldwide implications. Without immediate reform and international intervention, Sulu could soon face an economic and ecological disaster from which recovery may be nearly impossible. Number 5, Camarines Sur. Renowned for its breathtaking landscapes and popular tourist destinations like Caramoan and Mount Isarog, is on the verge of a major crisis. The province is facing growing threats from environmental destruction, excessive tourism, and the increasing severity of natural disasters. By 2025, experts warn that stronger and more destructive typhoons will hit the Bicol region, with Camarines Sur bearing the brunt of the devastation. Flooding has become a yearly disaster, wiping out homes, farmlands, and essential infrastructure. The widespread deforestation in its mountainous areas only worsens the situation, leading to landslides and further ecological damage. Tourism, once the backbone of the province's economy, is now contributing to its struggles. Overcrowding in hotspots like Caramoan has placed immense pressure on natural resources, disrupted fragile ecosystems, and left local communities overwhelmed with waste management problems. If Camarines Sur does not take urgent action to combat these issues, it risks not only losing its stunning natural wonders, but also the economic stability that tourism once provided. Number 4, Palawan, often hailed as the Philippines' last frontier, is on the brink of a devastating collapse by 2025. While it remains a top travel hotspot, drawing millions to breathtaking destinations like El Nido and Coron, its overwhelming popularity is also fueling its downfall. The environmental price of mass tourism is severe. Coral reefs, once teeming with life, are rapidly deteriorating due to overfishing, pollution, and unchecked coastal development. Mangroves, vital for preventing erosion and sustaining marine ecosystems, are being destroyed to make way for luxury resorts, further weakening the island's natural defenses. Adding to these threats, rising sea levels are putting low-lying islands at risk of being swallowed by the ocean, forcing communities to relocate and wiping out fragile habitats. Palawan's once thriving biodiversity, which has long been its pride, is now under siege. Illegal logging and rampant wildlife trafficking continue to escalate, largely due to weak enforcement of environmental laws. If urgent action is not taken, Palawan could shift from a tropical paradise to a stark warning of what happens when nature is exploited without restraint. Number 3, Agusan Del Sur. Nestled deep in the heart of Mindanao, is facing a slow but devastating crisis: deforestation. The province's once thriving rainforests, essential for maintaining ecological balance and sustaining indigenous communities, are vanishing at an alarming rate. Experts warn that by 2025, Agusan Del Sur could reach a point of no return, facing an irreversible environmental collapse. Illegal logging and reckless mining operations have stripped vast stretches of forest, triggering severe flooding and relentless soil erosion. The once mighty Agusan River, a crucial lifeline for the province, now frequently overflows, wreaking havoc on farmlands and entire settlements. As nature's defenses are stripped away, the destruction only intensifies. Beyond environmental damage, indigenous communities are bearing the brunt of this crisis. Their ancestral lands, which have provided them with sustenance and cultural identity for generations, are being overtaken by profit-driven industries. This forced displacement not only threatens their way of life, but also endangers centuries-old knowledge of sustainable living wisdom that has long ensured harmony between humans and nature. Without urgent intervention, Agusan Del Sur is at risk of becoming an unlivable wasteland. The time for action is now before this province loses everything that once made it a thriving, life-giving land. Number 2, Zambales. Famous for its stunning beaches and picturesque mountains, is standing at a critical turning point. For years, mining has been a key economic force in the province, but this very industry is now its greatest threat. By 2025, the environmental destruction caused by unregulated mining could push Zambales to the edge of disaster. Massive mining operations have stripped the land of its forests, contaminated rivers, and left entire communities at high risk of deadly landslides and flash floods. Mount Pinatubo, once a symbol of resilience after its historic eruption, now poses an even greater danger due to rising seismic activity and rapid erosion, worsened by human interference. Tourism, which could have been a saving grace, is also suffering. Once thriving beaches are now strewn with waste, while marine life is disappearing due to severe water pollution. Without a shift towards sustainable development, Zambales risks losing not only its natural beauty but also its future. The time to act is now, or the province may soon face an irreversible decline. Number 1, Northern Samar. Northern Samar, one of the poorest provinces in the Philippines, is facing a crisis that threatens its very survival in 2025. This province has always been prone to typhoons, but the increasing frequency and intensity of these storms have reached alarming levels, leaving destruction in their wake. Agriculture, the heart of Northern Samar's economy, is on the verge of collapse. Farmlands are repeatedly flooded, making it nearly impossible for farmers to recover from their losses. The situation is worsened by outdated infrastructure. Without proper irrigation systems or modern agricultural support, the province is struggling to adapt to the changing climate. Adding to these challenges is the growing migration of residents to urban areas in search of better opportunities. These stories highlight the harsh reality of the challenges the Philippines faces: climate change, poor development planning, and systemic neglect. While the situation is dire, there is still hope if action is taken now. Which of these provinces do you think needs immediate attention? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to raise awareness. Thanks for watching.